carefully. Got to play cautious because he is a demon in himself. He will be able to knock you out of any bracket, whether you like it or not. But welcome into the EU Grand Brawl. I'm very excited to get this one kicked off. It'll be a very good match we have up ahead of us right here. Enjoy this. I'm going to tweak some stuff in the background. The first stabby stab makes its appearance. You hear that horror movie chime come in the background. It's quite the barrage of damage from Raka that you're hearing right now, and he's not hesitating at all to make sure that he is heard in these matches here. Good job for Pirix taking that first round. Looking good to start things off nicely. But the barbecue making its appearance along with Motaro too. It's a hell of a combination. Just makes me think that he's going to be playing a game of keep away this whole time up against his opponent. Doesn't stop at all. This zoning is just absolutely crazy. Pirix says enough is enough, cuts right through him and tries to get through the gap, but to no avail. Nothing happening with that yet. On the jump and attack, good stoppage right there. Swinging that blade along, and he goes straight in for a big old sweeping swipe of the blade. Pirix right back at it again, but Spawn is trading blows. It's getting interesting. It's getting heated, and the first strike goes over to Spawn on that one, taking the first round for themselves.
Another round.
Final round. Fight.
For the EU Grand Brawl, we've seen a good amount of talent come through from across the ocean, and it's good to give these guys a platform that they deserve. There's plenty of players dedicated to the game just as much as to the NA side that need their flowers. But all this zoning right here is absolutely making me sick. This is an absolute crazy thing to see right here. He is definitely just zoning his life away right now, finally succumbing to the fatal blow from full screen. That frying pan just bonks him. It's going to be the start of something good here. I'm ARIAN, but I lost my account on Twitch. Oh, gotcha. You're good, bro. All good. Good swipe of the blade out for Pirix, but forces the breaker from Spawn. Now in the corner, trying to make some room. Not going to have it yet. Teleporting around, uses that breaker. All the zoning coming into play here. What's going to happen next? The projectiles are out and strong and about. Not going to stop here. And the barbecue just ends up taking him with the brutality as well. First strike going to your boy Spawn on that one. Nice job, champ. Trying to create some space right here. Pirix is going straight in for the command grab instead. Setting the tone for the rest of the match. He's looking strong right now. And just in this moment in time right now, Pirix is swiping that blade all sorts of directions. Spawn creating some room to breathe though. Throwing them haymakers and creating space. This is where it starts to hurt. Overhead check is landed. The barbecue is activated. 250 HP separating the two. The rockets are flying everywhere as well. Just know that's going to be an endless barrage of damage coming down. Hellfire and Brimstone. About 30% separating the two. Spawn really trying his best here to create some space. Not going to be the move though. Overhead landed and finally knocks him down. Takes that first round right there. Congratulations to Pirix. Taking the lead back. Still it needs another game to even out the scoreboard, but this is a good start for it. Uses that barbecue to cook him off. On the jump and attack, hold on a second. Waiting for it, using that knife. Trying again to get him leaning. Remember, with that new move that they gave back to him, the knife cancels for Ghostface. It allows him to do elite pressure combo extensions. Fake out, you can create movement with it too. It's a shame they got rid of it for so long. Happy to have it back in the game as well. It's a good extension right there. Following through. Some big hits. Swiping the blade around every sorts of ways. What's going to happen? kicks him around with the leg. Every single place that you look, it's just an endless barrage of damage. You're never gonna see a stoppage of any type of entertainment like this when you got Spawn in the hands of Sector. Absolutely ballistic gameplay right now.
Fight.
In neutral, up close and personal, finally using some armor to create a little bit of room. The blade still sliding around every sorts of directions. And now in the hands of Pyrrhix, leading into the corner. Says, psych, we're going mid-screen, buddy. Oh wait, wrong killer. You thought you had a chance. Calls out the knife, catches him blocking. Goes straight in for the grab. Good idea to create some openings with that one cancel. You can do so much. Rocket coming out as well for the barbecue lady. The grab landed, Motaro with the swift punch. And he calls out the other killer, waits for a second, gets the combo he's looking for, forcing the breaker. Even health between these two fighters. Using it again, trying to create the final hit that he needs to get these combos started. He has the other killer up, so he's got a little bit of room to breathe here. Not going to happen with the grab, and just succumbing to that quickly. And a brutality as well. Spawn makes it happen with another one as well. Going up 2-0 on the set right now. He is killing it.
Sector wins. Round 1. Fight.
Killing it right now with all the zoning. You're just seeing elite pressure right now from the boy. He is not stopping at all, up close and personal. Now the thing is with Sector, she can really put on the gas up close to you. You know, when you're playing against Ghostface, it seems like just an endless casino that you have to just guess, and guess more. Sector can really switch up the gameplay on you. She can space out, zone you effectively, and when she's up close, she does have mix. She's quite a good character. A lot of people, I'm not gonna say she slept on, but definitely can hang with a lot of the cast here. Motaro cringe. Well, Pyrrhix taking that first round for himself. Making his attempt at closing this lead up together, trying to get the reverse sweep. It's going to take a miracle right now. But the Cannibalist, what he likes to go by, is up in the corner, swinging the blade around the pokes. The grab puts him into the corner. 100 HP between the two. The zoning comes out to try to create a bigger lead between them. Spending that bar to take out the legs from underneath them. No command grab had, just swiping those legs around, trying to get him to turtle maybe just a little bit, but oh yeah, this is a great extension right here. Big damage, 236. I thought I was gonna see more out of that, but hey, it's a good start. Create a lead and build upon it. Pyrrhix still with the lead, backpedaling carefully. Just gonna eat this chip damage from these projectiles until it doesn't stop and force him to overcommit. Now he's got the knife, throwing that out all sorts of directions. That's doing killer chip damage on top of that. He has a free hit he can eat. Good anti-air. Straight in. Doesn't get the kill with that one. Calls out the back cameo. One more swipe from underneath him. Ends up sealing it. Pyrrhix staying alive for another day. Makes the set 2-1 and a little bit more entertaining. You might see the Cannibalist come out. I wonder if he tore out his vocal cords. Anyways, throwing those haymakers all in the air. Spawn creating some serious damage right off the bat. Up a 2-1 on this side. He wants to take it. Close it out now. Negate the chance. Pyrrhix coming out. This is where you start it. A huge 50% lead, but Pyrrhix straight in with the command grab. Has Lovato in store too to get a little creative with it. Jump in, creating some space. He's trying to upblock, trying to read the attack on the jump in, but no avail. Pyrrhix opting to use the cameo choice right there. Fortunate circumstance after the fact, as Spawn just has a barrage of damage. 15% health left for Pyrrhix. This is a good opportunity to close it up. Takes the bar away from him at the very least to set up for the second round nicely. Unless he can make the miracle happen right here. Gonna have to spend that fatal blow. We'll see. Good anti-air. Or jump in, rather. Follows through with some big damage. He's got the other killer out. got the reset he was looking for. Nice clutch from Purix to steal that round right from the hands of Spawn. No fatal blow needed.
Fight.
Very good, and he is just mixing him out of his shoes. On the reset, doesn't get him that time. The Rockets are throwing every single direction possible. Ends up armoring through, got Motaro for the teleport after. Some really cool combos you can do with, there's enough hit stun with Motaro following up the move afterwards. You can get some big damaging combos with that. A lot of projectiles being thrown. The bombs are being tossed up every single direction possible. And 20% between these two fighters now leaves them in a standstill. The big old boot from underneath him ends up hitting him with another one after. Spawn playing a hell of a good game right now. Puts it on set point. Rocket following through. More zoning to be had. 9:15 each. It just doesn't stop. The zoning, he really wants to keep him out, force him to overcommit if that is the case, but one correct read and Purix could get right back in this, and the mix of death can absolutely happen, but this is a good beginning. Purix considering using the breaker. Maybe not yet. This is gonna kill. Not a good situation to be in. That health is diminishing. Up close and personal. Ends up hitting him too and stealing the hands. Stealing the game right from the hands of Purix. Congratulations to Spawn for going on to the semifinals in this tournament in a 3-1 team. You get great mix, you get great combo routes. It's a hell of a good team right here. Overhead almost landing, but into armor directly through for Wasnet. Pokes between these two guys. It's close. On the jump and attack, the Rocket following him up. What's the move? Couple presses here to try to see if he can feel out how to create space. Bob just backing out, gets the mid check straight in. Looking at death in the eyes, not scared at all. On the jump and attack, good conversion. Throwing all types of pain directly in the face of Bob in this corner. What's the move here? Try to create some space, go straight in for the forward dash. Converts off of it too. This one's gonna hurt. 367, it's his turn to press as well. Big damage we cook up onto the left side of the screen. Gets the conversion too. No breaker allowed on this one. And a good two combos back to back really sealed the deal for him. Good job to Bob on that one. On the advancement right here, the mid check has been had. The up block is in there too. Another low check as well. Throwing some strikes back at him. The spit not going to work for Mr. Bob. The Rocket followed him up from sector, covering up a lot of these gaps here, not allowing Bob to get in. Overhead going to get blocked as well. If you're going to block the overhead, we're going to convert right off that low again. You got to be careful about that now. Bob's going to go with a different mix here. After he's trapped in the corner, it's going to take a lot. The grab, going to settle it. Wasnet playing elite offense in that corner. Keeps him pinned down. Doesn't allow Bob to breathe 1 second. Gets the jump around. And the Rocket is back up as well. Barely converts the tail end of that combo and goes straight in. Overhead not going to land as well on that one. Backpedaling carefully. Wait a second here. Dashing away. In the midst of all this, gets comboed into that back throw. It's going to hurt. Bob going for the dash around and slams him on the ground with a 50% deficit between these two guys. Wasnet throwing some haymakers. This should be enough to kill if he doesn't drop it, and he absolutely will finish the job here with a brutality as well. Bob just on the receiving end of a beatdown, unfortunately. Wasnet gonna go up 1-0 on this set here, and he's looking good. Get excited. The energy is in the air right now. He is popping him up with a lot of projectiles, dashing back out. Rocket popping him down now on the advancement, carrying him out to the right side of the screen. He is trying everything he can to make it happen. And wait a second here. They're at a standstill. Bob gets the first opening. Doesn't matter if Sector is out there. He's still proceeding to give him a beatdown. Overhead with Sonya almost landed too. More presses between these two guys. It's interesting to see. You gotta hold off a second here. The conversion is made, slams him down on the ground. Getting the nice pick up, the rocket following back up too. Breaker forced out. 17% health left for Bob. It's gonna take a miracle right now, but he can definitely pull it off. No breaker to be had for Waznet at this moment in time. Takeda's armor is not good at all. What is the move for Bob? How is he gonna create some space here? Waznet is just not biting one bit. Swiping those whips and chains all around. It takes that round away from him. Starting to run with this lead a little bit.
Round 2. Fight.
Couple swipes of the blade. And all around here. Breaker forced out as well. Another big check. Out from the distance he goes. Closes in these gaps nicely. And proceeds to give a little bit of a taste of your own medicine as he gets Sonya on the tail end of that too. Big pickups here. Bob is starting to feel the gameplay a lot now. Starting to play his game with the Tara that we know and love so much. 60 HP left for Waznet. Good up block, but not able to get the punish right there. The rocket following him up, catching him leaning. Just gotta hold it. Waiting patiently, gets a flawless block, just goes straight around him with a big elevation. Not landing that attack. That's great tech out for Bob, and a good poke from down below, sealing the deal.
I will bathe in your blood.
Tie game
Round.
for the second one.
Fight.
Big strike from down below with that bomb being dropped on him. The rocket coming down as well. Leaves him in a tough situation. How do you create space right here against Takeda? When he's up close like that, there's so many moves that he can really do to you, but he can definitely check you. Bob just walking him down, settles for the grab. Sonya, you get a little bit more than normal. Ooh. Bob waiting patiently. No pressing yet. Trying to play patient. Blocking a lot here. Gets this raw Sonya involved. Forces the breaker out from him. Waznet has a 20% lead. That dwindles down just a tad. Bob really trying to throw the kitchen sink at him. Trying to get him to bite, and he is blocking high every single time now. You're going to see Bob try to bank off that overhead, and if he can get the conversion he needs. But wait for it, it's not close to being over yet. 224 on the health bar, just gets a raw grab on Wake Up again. Does he go for a third one? Does he do it? Does the demon actually do it? Not yet. 10 seconds on the clock. Oh no, this could spell disaster. If he doesn't do this, he gets his fatal blow off too. Sector Rocket gonna steal it right from the hands of Bob. That's a damn shame. Waznet goes up 2-0 on this set right now. Playing a clean, patient game with Takeda right now. Round one kicking off at you now. Low poke right into the overhead again. He's really banking on that one, converting, but he gets Sonya involved afterwards. Still cooking up 367 at him. Some more presses. Starting to juke a little bit more. Playing a crazy game, but just a sweet neutral duck from Waznet. Good game sense right there to pull off the impossible. 30% separating the two. Haymakers being thrown. All sorts of damage in directions that we've never seen before. Bob not getting the pickup right there. Forces him out full screen. Mid check a couple times with Sonya. Drop down. Tries to bait out with Sonya again to create some movement, but he's not fighting on that one yet. Trying everything he can to open him up, and it's a tough safe to crack right here. Bob backpedaling a little bit now. On the jump and attack, gets him spiked down with a rocket. Great attack there from Waznet. He's got fatal blow, and he's gonna let it rip too. Basically gonna spell a set point for Mr. Waznet Ninja. Bob back is against the wall, locked in with his main. Needs to make it happen. We will see if Bob can do it right here. Is it gonna be a 3-0, or will he make the impossible happen with a reverse sweep? Made a picture right here. The comeback here would be absolutely legendary to see. Waznet playing an elite game with Takeda. Takeda Sector, a very underrated team for a lot of this game's lifespan. And we are just seeing the capabilities of what this team can do right here. The damage routes, the spacing that you can do, the pressure is really good. What's up? We got the big damage in the chat. We see that all the time. 373 dropping in there too. Gets the grab right there. Tech's out of it with the back escape and just narrowly escaping death. He goes for the up block. Unfortunate situation for Bob. On wake up. What's the move here? Gets Sonya involved, takes it, and negates that set point for himself. One more round to go to stay alive. Make it 2-1 if he wants to. Just holding that block, doesn't want to succumb to the random dive kick, and there it is. Natara's love to do one thing and one thing only. Looked like he was going to drop it, ends up doing it too. Forces breaker after that with the first low he gets. This is where it gets tricky. He tries to punish it, but the rocket comes out just too soon. Another low poke, juking out, creating some space. Good movement out for Bob. 20 health between the two as that builds up more, as Woznet builds up. A little bit of damage here. Couple strikes between these two guys. It's close. The rocket following him up now too. Puts him in no man's land. Bob trying his best to finish the job here. Needs to live for another day. Needs to take this game right from the hands of Takeda. And will do everything he can. The lifesteal going to help him. Not going to be on the receiving end of a TOD at this point in time. Is it going to be a close game? He's doing everything he can. Unfortunately, he's on the wrong side of him. Flips him around with a dive kick. Again, gets one pickup right there. He's got the bar to make it happen. Bob doesn't have the utility right now. It's a tough situation. You got to block correctly. He's trying to open him up. What is the move here? Gets the first hit. Bob diving around, tries to get it. Sector rocket between them. 100 HP each. 11 seconds on the clock in this final moment here. Bob doing everything he can to finish the job. The up block is there for Woznet. The pressure is too much. 0.1 HP. The time dwindles down and Bob steals it by mere seconds. Mere fractions of health. And it goes down to the wire to steal that one. 1-2 is the score on the set for this one, man. That is crazy. A couple strikes between these two sends the rockets down his way. Following through. He's trying to create a little bit of space, just waiting patiently. Dive kick not going to work on him. A couple staggers between these two. Goes right back at him, swiping those whips all around, building up damage, 40% between these two. Bob is feeling the pressure, gets stacked right down out of the air, and it's so tough because that move, that whip, just smacks Natara out of the air immediately. She cannot get in at all against him.
Round 2. Fight.
Round 2 coming at you against... Oh man, gets smacked out of the air with that rocket too. It's a tough setup right here. Jumping around, a couple different presses. Smacking them down with the projectiles. What is the move here? As he follows through with the mid check. It's a good cash out. RKO out of nowhere. 100 health between the two. The situations here, it gets tricky. The presses between these two guys. Pokes all around. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have something here. Breaker forced out. Mid check out from Sonya. Doesn't want to overcommit. Gets the first opening right there. Follows through with the dive kick. Going for sweet damage routes. And this is going to be a very high damage. 40% he has to eat. Sector rocket calling him out from afar. Gets gripped. 30 between the two. The damage is there. The pressure is alive and well. He's throwing all types of pokes down his way. Did he overcommit here? Doesn't. Sector rocket tried calling him out boldly and just going straight in. Bob with a nice dive kick. Down to a final round one more time. Game number 4. We'll see if he has what it takes to bring it out to 5. Good drop down. Goes straight in for the grab. The RKO is there too. 750 HP taken away is what you'll have to do to bring it out to a game 5 scenario here. Backs him down nicely. He follows through. Some big damage routes are going to be had right here with Bob as he gets this sweet pickup. 335, 390 left for him. And Bob trying everything he can to stay alive here. Got a long deficit to overcome. The patience is up. Ends up getting hit on that first exchange. No more breaker for you. 330 apiece. 40 seconds on the clock. He's just going to have to play a game of keep away, it seems. Baiting him, seeing if he can bait some kind of movement. Maybe get a pickup here, but all going to bank off that low if he's able to get it. And remember, he still has that breaker as well, just negating that cross between these two. Bob trying to get the pickup after the hit stun. Wait a second here. No, he got hit by it. That's a damn shame. And that will be the set. Absolute robbery from Wazdet as he steals this from the hands of Bob Dole to advance on to the next round, the semifinals of this tournament. Very, very well played to both of these guys here. And congratulations to Wazdet for going on to the next round of this tourney. Welcome into the cage matches for the next set that we have on stream. KEFIRSKO, our returning champion, ARIAN, a hell of a player, bringing out the Homelander once again. And Homelander is not something that KEFIRSKO is unfamiliar with. He plays against quite a lot of them, and he is just no short of the knowledge check. He knows what he's doing here, knows how to handle the Milklander. Drops a 50 burger immediately against him. Hell of a combo right there. Let me see those 50 burgers in the chat, please, right now. That is not a common occurrence that we see without that fatal blow being spent. Yujinko, just criminal with what he can do damage-wise. The scaling is just elite right there. Big 250 damage left from him. ARIAN feeling the pressure right there. Gets a good pickup right there against KEFIRSKO. Start things off nicely. Well, you got a long way to go. Good up block out there from KEFIRSKO. He's pressing every button possible. Yujinko being eliminated, but he still gets a little charge off of it. Ready to spend it at a moment's notice. What is the move here? Good punish, just ducking right underneath him. KEFIRSKO takes him out that first round. Got a long way to go, though.
Round 2. Fight.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out here today. I really appreciate y'all watching these matches with me as well. Beating him down to the left side of the screen. Tries to get a pickup with the low. Forces the breaker out of him after that punish. Farah is still there, though. And good defense out for KEFIRSKO to stay a step ahead with the correct read. Good check from down below. The haymakers are going to begin to be thrown here. Another big old toss-up here as he goes 40% on him now. Another check. Several different options he tries to go for, but none of them seem to be working. KEFIRSKO getting a little creative with some Yujinko gameplay, and he's tossing a big old limb right in the face of him. Ends up stealing the game directly from the hands of ARIAN. A great showcase of havoc right there from KEFIRSKO. My first point situation here. As he goes, throws a couple projectiles down his way. KEFIRSKO, a little teabag action. Maybe that's going to be the case. Scorpion calling him back here as he goes. It takes a big, fat, damaging route of nothing but entertainment that you're seeing from Mr. Havoc. He is pulling it off right now. Wait a second here. Maybe, just maybe, we might see a little bit of a comeback here, but nah, it's KEFIRSKO with the elite defense right now, not falling victim to any of the Mickey Mouse gameplay of Scorp Farah, just throwing haymakers, absolute bombs into this quarter here. Right back at him again. Another big haymaker being thrown down his way. As he goes with a couple different swipes of the fist all around, but ARIAN getting a little bit of a rebuttal. Starting to build up some damage, but you got 1200 HP you got to take care of with this team. It's so demonic to go up against, man. How do you stop yourself from this Yujinko? It's so elite. Saying that much HP is just criminal for one character, especially Havoc. the broken character in the game. He's a tank, a titan. The same thing with Sindel. It's just elite when you have that much health. The limbs being ripped off and thrown back at him. And he's swiping those arms all sorts of directions here. Pokes down, gets Farah involved too. Good conversion here to pick up the pace and put the pieces back together to continue on this damage to maybe steal the round out from Kef, and he does with the fire coming down below.
Final round. Fight.
And he's doing his damnedest right here to just finish the job. Doesn't want any shot of ARIAN coming back here. Dropping 429, some big damage right there. A low swipe from down below ends up forced to the break route. It's a risky maneuver, but you get some big routes when you get that low to convert. Baited him out with Scorpion, but the Spirit isn't a punish. It's going to keep him safe once the move gets Farah over the head of him to bounce him up for a combo. Getting the pickup right here. ARIAN scooping him up, tries to get him with the low check right away. Not going to happen. Says, all right, Yujinko, why don't you come out for a second, buddy? There's a backhanded disrespect. The low Farah goes for a jump in. Nice little pickup right here as he goes straight in for more and more damage with Shujinki Dink. And just the barrage doesn't stop at all. KEFIRSKO finishes the job, goes up 2-0 on the set, and is starting to run with it and look good while doing it. Seeing the Shujinko pop up for a couple different people in my tourneys, but I think KEFIRSKO Shell Sector, even in this current patch of the game, is still a really tough opponent to go up against. You're going to see a lot of different tactics to open up his opponent. Obviously, covering up a lot of these moves with that rocket will be the name of the game. 20% between the two. That standing press gets him, though. Carries him out to the corner. Rocket back up. Tries again. One more time. The damage, the barrage just doesn't stop. 242. KEFIRSKO on the advancement, though, just goes straight towards him. The side switch. Not using that breaker yet. Gonna have to on this next exchange if KEFIRSKO gets another pickup. 423 he drops on him. Pokes between the two. Rocket back up on him. Goes for the grab and just tosses him down to the right side of the screen. Nicely done. Drops 260. Good low hit right there. 250 between these two. Overhead hit with Shao. It's neck and neck. Slightly in the favor by definition. Sector Rocket still coming up, but that is not nearly as fast as it used to be. KEFIRSKO on the punish. Ends up converting it too. Nicely done. Waiting out that fatal blow. You cannot just spam that on the second somebody creates an opening. Unfortunately, that fatal blow nerf is a much needed addition to the game. That fatal blow was broken. Basically, if somebody jumped, it made it slower, so when you shoot it, it takes about a second before it comes out. Before, it was like instantaneous, so if somebody was just jumping and you just use that fatal blow, let it rip, it was instant death. So unfortunately, that's not the case anymore. You saw a good example of KEFIRSKO just waiting it out. And perhaps he might have been better off just letting the normal Shao fatal blow rip. Rocket following through. Not going to hit him, though. Some nice damage he's getting. An onset point. Is he going to finish the job like this? 45 HP left for ARIAN. He's throwing the kitchen sink at him and ends up finishing the job. A 3-0 sweep for KEFIRSKO to take this set right here and go on to the semifinals. No stranger to it. ARIAN, thank you very much for coming out here, man. Really do appreciate it. Right, well, he is just rocking and rolling with Shao right off the bat, and he just giving GAZA-LEGEND flashbacks of the beef set between him and Fig. An absolute nightmare scenario here. But I'll tell you what, right now, with this new buff in this character, he is gotten a lot better. He is a threat, and you have to take him seriously. He is throwing the kitchen sink at him as well. So if Kef can use this, I can also use the old Shujinko, but we'll see if he brings out the old main piece with Cam. That is a very good team he's running with here in the past as well. We get ready. This will be a very fun set to watch, and you can see a little fun tech here with Shujinko. Maybe some creative combo routes right here as he gets the first big extension, dropping a big fat 422 on the head of IMPLEX. What is going to happen here? We're going to see an upset of a lifetime. Is GAZALEGEND going to keep him on his toes? See if IMPLEX can steal it. Good damage right there with the Shao Hammer coming over the head. And what's going to happen when GAZALEGEND comes to town and slams the axe over your head? The international player just not stopping this barrage of damage. Who's going to stop this guy with 1100 HP? Get Shujinko charged up too. The damage is stacking up and he's turtling. He's scared for his life of the international player. The axe is slammed down. The combo routes are too much. The crowd is going mild as the breaker has been had between these two on the jump and the up lock out from IMPLEX to start to get his ground here again. GAZALEGEND on the brink of taking this first game right now. 80 HP left. Can he do it? No Shujinko to be had. He has to charge him up, but at this point, he's just trying to finish the job right here. Trying what he can to do what he has to, and he succeeds. GAZALEGEND taking the first round of this set. And the third to seal the game. 1-0 lead. Hell of a show, no matter what he's doing. And playing Shujinko is definitely a treat we're getting to watch right here. We're locked in with Shujinko. We got to see if he has some different routes. It gets frozen in time right there. The jump in not going to succeed. IMPLEX getting a good conversion off that 20%. Max him down with a big old rock. Oh, a rebuttal from the international player. Gaza walks so we can run. My goated sub at 460 damage. He's dropping on him now. Frozen in time and kicks him out. The slide from a distance. But he says right back at you, I have the real move this time for you, buddy. But GAZALEGEND does not have to do the approach. That's a huge benefit to playing Katana in this matchup. You don't really have to worry about the ice clone too much because you can convert off of a lot of stuff in full screen. And just like that, that's how you do it. Force the breaker from him. He is angry. The international player has tilted him to the point where he believes that he can beat him at a moment's notice. Trevor on the extension. He's got everything, and he's even going to let Fatal Blow rip too. This is what the international player does to people. When you're down and like out. What do you do to keep yourself in this? You throw the Fatal Blow at him, and you attempt to survive. He's not even mashing. That's how unbothered Mr. GAZALEGEND is. The jump in gets frozen in time. The pickup of a lifetime smacks him down with 9 seconds to go. It stays alive. Wasn't a waste of Fatal Blow at all.
Round 2. Fight.
The ice ball coming out. The jump in gets stuffed directly in time, but at least Shujinko is fully charged now. Facing out away, he's really got a lot of pressure in this corner, doesn't plan to drop anything else. He is down half of his health, and this is a long deficit to overcome right here. Tries to mash out of it, not going to be the answer right here. Getting hit with the overhead, no breaker to be had just yet. Really trying to use that breaker at a moment's notice, and he goes for it. Smacks him down right out of the air, and a slide just finishing the job. 2 HP left for GAZALEGEND. Can he pull it off? He has Shujinko in the midst of all that, but it's just not going to be a reality as IMPLEX stomps on the toes of GAZALEGEnd. We're coming along here watching these technical top 8 right here. Jump and attack. A little bit of lag between these two, but it seems like it's getting much better. But they're trying to play it out. It's not perfect, I'm going to be honest. It's lagging. Mr. GAZALEGEND is lagging. He is really lagging. He is really lagging right now. And it seems like it's going back to normal now. That was down to 1,000 ping. I've never seen 2,000 ping before, but seems like it's back to normal now. An unfortunate hiccup. What are the realities when you play across the ocean like this? And the ice ball coming out from a distance. Goes in straight for the dive kick with sub on the jump in. One more time. Converting. Damage. Reset is had. This is where it starts to stack up. This is where IMPLEX can really play his game, especially in the corner. Got him locked down like that. 260 HP on the fan lift gets him down to the other side of the screen. What is the move here? The frost is back up. The haymakers over the head. The damage just stacks up, and it's relentless as IMPLEX takes that round 1-1. The true lead on the set now he has. GAZALEGEND sending a rebuttal though on the fan lift, baiting the up block right from him. Gonna be 18%. You gotta eat, buddy. On the dive, he gets him, dude. Another fan, he catches him again, and GAZALEGEND is smacking him down. Still with the lead. Quite tricky. On the fan lift, he gets him again. Converts his attack. No breaker had for him yet. He's just gonna roll with it. GAZALEGEND says, okay, you're not gonna break. I'm gonna make yourself pay for this one. 429, he drops on him and some more into the corner. He sets up a true tie in this match. The momentum shift comes down to this round here. Who will take the true lead in the set? Good ice clone though to get the first damage off of this exchange. Big health deficit you gotta overcome though. Breaker hat. Blocking carefully. Trying to avoid getting frozen in time. Can the international player pull it off? The champion of losing beef sets. Can he do it? Trying his best to create an opening here, not overextending at all. He knows that ice one's coming down his way. It's his turn to spam and flex. Trying his best. He ends up catching him with Tremor 2. Forces the breaker out. 20 HP to go. Another up block and a swift down to punish right after that will be the answer for the international player. 2-1 lead at the moment, but it is not over. Do not count. The Jade Glaive comes out and the projectiles are flying as well. What is the move here between these two? This combo will land for IMPLEX as he carries over. More and more damage is had. Smacks him down to the ground. 323 damage is had. Pokes into the fan he goes. Another big damaging combo from GAZALEGEND. 279. He drops on him with more pressure to be had. The fan lift is there. The up block calls him out though. Overhead. Ends up getting him. Forces the breaker out. GAZALEGEND feeling the pressure. The potential elimination. He is down on this set right now. Needs to pull through. Low poke. It is an absolute dogfight between these two guys. This Sub-Zero is going ballistic. IMPLEX putting the pieces together puts him, the international player, on set point. Can IMPLEX do the impossible?
Fight.
Dive kick not gonna work. A down poke as well. Converts with Tremor into the corner nicely. 165 damage. Gets the ice clone and some more damage to be had. Stacks him down. We'll see what happens here. Wait a second. It's not over. It's a jump in with a swift attack. Nailing him with these big frozen skulls. Not gonna be enough to take down the international player yet. That health is dwindling, but he's not over. Goes straight into the ice clone, and if you look at the numbers up on the top, they spell disaster. 15% left, and that just diminishes down to the final hit right here. But GAZALEGEND freeze for a second, but a down two, gonna seal the deal. IMPLEX will steal it from the hands of him and win the set in a 3-1 victory over the international player. Absolute mad lad gameplay here. A hell of a set to watch, and thank you. A lot of guys like to play very random, sporadic, you know, and just totally unpredictable. Spawn is not that at all. He plays a patient game. He feels out his opponents. No diddy. And loves to put on a hell of a show while he does it too. A good swipe of the blade right there, separating these two nicely as he goes forward into him now and throws these projectiles out from a distance. You saw what he was able to do against Bob. Stopped the Natara dead in their tracks. And Takeda is good at spacing you out properly. He can do it at a moment's notice and with ease. 30 HP between the two. The haymakers are thrown and takes the first round on this set over Spawn.
Round 2. Fight.
Just going with the raw, unarmored move right there. Not sure what it's called. We'll call it just the gator roll in the air, I guess. But, but the ninja roll ends up getting Spawn up on his toes. Not even taking a skate the damage yet. This Takeda's looking elite. Good tech out of the grab, just taking a skate of damage. A huge life lead, trying to finish the job at this point in time. Doing what he can to do so. Sector Rocket coming in between them, and that opening will be created, and finishing the job to WASNet Ninja with the first lead of the set. Goes up 1-0. It seemed like it was just swiftly. Time flies when we're having fun like this. So far, switching over to Havoc. Mobato is a team we've seen before. He gets great mix options. Basically, seems like he can convert off anything. We got to see what he can do. The heart is thrown. The haymakers are thrown as well. No stoppage here. 240 damage taken away. Good breaker had between these two. Those blades are swiping around every sort of direction, and he is just putting in work right now. Projectiles thrown out there, smacking him down. Good pickup as he sends him down to the other side. Gets fat damage and an even health lead between these two. And all of these attacks between these two. Gets the pickup on the low there. No defense out from WASNet. Wasn't predicting it. Forces the breaker. 300 a pop just about between these two. I'm doing fantastic, Hero. I appreciate it. I would have loved to have seen the invisible smoke, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We had GAZA-LEGEND replace you, so it was meant to be. The beef set champion. All the projectiles being thrown at him. Now the rocket following him up as well. Moving in with big steps, big strides all the time. Ends up getting gripped. Invisible smoke ass. Pops him up. Good pickup right there. And kicks him down again. 755 HP left from WASNet. Spawn's on a roll now with Havoc. This seems like a much better matchup. At least from what it seems from the spectator's point of view. Use the armor to get through it. That rocket not going to hit him either. 30% is what's left for WASNet. It's yeeted down to the left side of the screen. Little follow through with Mobato there as well. How's the top 53 in the world playing for international? The top 53rd player in the world. Spawn taking that one right there. Look at between these two right now. They're poking. They're doing everything they can to create openings. We'll see who the first big exchange will fall to, and it seems like Spawn will definitely take the title, dropping a big, bad, devious 352 on him. He goes through low poke between the two. Nice pickup. This is breaker out of him. 98 HP taken away. Couple haymakers. One big limb tossed up over the head. Backpedaling carefully. What is the move here? Big damage going to be built up here. I see this punish. He's not going to use that breaker. He's going to let it rock. This is a fat 420. Snoop Dogg would be proud, but that's 68 HP left from WASNet. The boot being thrown, the conversion is so good. It takes that round, starting to run the true lead in the set now, with it being 1-1, falling into the hands of Spawn. Couple checks, using that trap. He ends up getting him. The rocket not gonna able to get anything off of that now. That rocket just covers up so many of these gaps where you can punish somebody. It's so tough to go against. Patiently waiting. The tight neutral between these two. The rocket following through. What is the move here? All these maneuvers here, these boots, the conversions are there. Breaker had between these two. Good opening from WASNet to build up some damage here. He will stack it up, get the reset he's looking for, but no big damage right there. Good tech out of the grab from Spawn. Low poke. Ends up getting him. Right back at him, an eye for an eye. Oh man, beautiful armor from WASNet right there. Even lead between these two. Fatal blow. Lets it rip. Close and personal now. See where this round lies with 20 seconds and the clock dwindling. Good neutral duck out there to escape it. Doesn't get hit with the Bravado trap either. Zoning out properly and smacks him out of the air. Good defense out from WAZDET to escape all that pressure. Projectile from down below. The rocket following through. Oh my god, he gets armor directly through it. Bravado followed him through. A beautiful pickup on the low. Goes down to the right side of the screen. 288 and just more pressure on him now. Goes forward. Haymakers being thrown. 20% and it dwindles down. Forces the breaker out of him to get the true lead right now. Spawn just wants to finish the job. 120 HP out for WAZDET. Can he do it? It's going to take a lot, but he can get it off of 2 touches right here if he truly gets a good punish off. But that trap is going to be a son of a bitch to deal with, forcing him to jump. The anti-air is had from Spawn and takes care of him right then and there. Up 2-1 on the set at the moment. He is starting to look good. He wants the corner. Using that Bravado call out from afar. Going to be the right move right here. Couple haymakers are thrown between these two. Trying his best to keep him locked down and out of harm's way. What is the move here? Throwing a couple haymakers. Armor is had. Even lead 2. This is a close one for game number 4 to kick it off. Neck and neck right now. It's a beautiful grab gets landed. 200 HP separating the two. Nicely done. Smacks him down with another big ol' whip. 90 HP taken away, and the last hit lands and forces
I will never stop.
Spawn to make a rebuttal here. Gets breaker out of him. Full stick of butter to spend here, and he is in a great position to bring this out to a game 5. Got the corner. You got the rocket. All the bar in the world. You just need patience here and an opening. A little bit of luck and a little bit of mashing. Probably some Adderall too, but I don't know. Kicks him out. Gets a beautiful pickup right there. Smacks him out of the air as well. Puts him down into no man's land. Rocket following through. Doesn't get a conversion right there. Shame after that armor. 20 HP left. Trying everything he can to get him opened up. Spacing out correctly, playing the game the way Takeda should be played. It gets a brutality as well and brings it out to the first game 5 of this set right here. 2-2 in the semifinals. And we're going to see right here one more time. I keep saying it, but I mean it. Who will make it to there? Beautifully done. To open it up. He's throwing everything at him. 372. Sector following him up too. Gets a nice conversion right there. Got the trap too. He can let it off at a moment's notice. It doesn't break the armor at all. Right back at him in the corner. He's got the tether going as well. Leads to an unblockable setup right there. Snaps the neck. We will see what this does for damage. Is this death if he spends Fatal Blow? Forces breaker out. That's probably what he was looking for. Not over yet. Tries to get him with the low, but the rocket just covers up. You gotta be so careful about that.
Round 2. Fight.
Set point in the hands of WAZDET to go into grand finals. Low poke between these two. Once again, trying their best to create some space to breathe. Doing everything he can to finish the job. And he's trying his best here. Low poke is had. Doesn't get the pickup that he wants. 50% left on the clock right now. 550. Beautiful conversion out here. Continues on the damage train. Dropping 193 health left for himself. Can Spawn finish the job though with 12 HP to spare? It is close. Almost has him there, and with one more round to go. We got a final round. Game 5 right here. It all comes down to this moment here. Who will go on to the grand finals? Got the limb thrown up on him right there. as he proceeds to do an absolute mollywop of damage. 360 HP is had, and he's just waiting, feeling him out. Where is the opening gonna lie? Follows through again, forces Breaker from himself. 55 HP left for him. Beautiful low check. Converts off of it too. Breaker with 100 HP between the two. In the closing moments. Throwing the traps down, maybe creating some type of opening through that. On the jump and gets up blocked using the in-game mechanic. And he gets punished off of this, and not completely yet. The low hits though, and Spawn just with the absolute robbery. One more time, Spawn with the turbo bags. It goes on to the grand finals. What a crazy exchange between these two, and that will be, and they are squared up in this match right here. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Sub-Zero and Chujinko. Sub-Zero and Havoc Chujinko is going to be a fun little combination. We'll see what kind of cool tech KEFIRSKO comes up with on the fly. It's very creative with a lot of the players he goes up against and knows not to bite on the jump and attack. Not scared of that ice clone at all right now. You can't play scared of it the entire time. Yep, on the first exchange right here. Getting a nice get-up reversal. Follows through with Tremor for more pressure. More counter right back at him. Building up this damage nicely as he puts 307 and then some more. You're going to see Tremor get involved here too. Some crystalline armor. Big damage stacking up. IMPLEX is playing a crazy game right now against Kef. Puts 200, and that dwindles down. 18% left for him now. And he is frozen in time, and 30 HP left. One more check ends up taking him. The tricky game against the character here. Havoc's game plan revolves around getting in a lot of the time, so he's going to need some type of gimmick to close in the gaps and not worry about that ice clone. We will see. Got Chujinko involved a little bit now, dropping a fat 420 damage on him there as well. Sets up nicely with a full stick of butter, ready to be spent. Checks him out again. Good neutral duck behind him. Calls out the ice slide. That's a damn shame that uses a full cameo meter for that. And using that armor stops him dead in his tracks. Stops him as well from using that ice clone right before he gets the move off. Good punish right here. Ooh, man. One more time. Pops him down with one more anti-air. Good job for that one there from Kef. Bringing it out to a final round on game number 1. And I think we got a set on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. Using that clone's charge. And what is the move here? Up forward with a breaker. With another check, he has it. And with an up block, lands it. Gets a beautiful conversion right here. With Tremor trying to extend it out. Waits for his opportunity to strike and settles for a grab. Gets Chujinko involved too. Now he's ready to be spent. So at this point, I'm wondering just how KEFIRSKO, how aggressive he plans to approach this matchup. I mean, really, you don't want to get 2 balls to the wall right in Sub-Zero's face because it's just going to get an ice clone. But if you play scared of it the whole time, I mean, that's what Sub-Zero wants. It really puts you in a pickle. A nice combo here from IMPLEX. Carries out to the right side of the screen. Building a fat lead on top of it, too. With Chujinko getting involved, too. He's going to spend that fatal blow. We'll wonder what this will do for damage. This one is going to hurt. Chujinko snapping the neck. The into fatal blow. Is this a 50 burger? And it very well might be. Drops 480 and some more onto him there. Continues on, almost had him with the low check. Does he have breaker? He does. Gonna have to use it. Anybody's game. And he's frozen. It's over for that game right there. The first one will fall to IMPLEX on this one. Congratulations to him as he goes one step closer to going to the grand finals. Kef feeling the pressure a little bit, wondering how to approach the fight. The first one of game number 2. KEFIRSKO still running with the Havoc Chujinko that we know and love so much. using all types of hard-to-blockable setups, but just the defense is really good for Kef right now, not falling victim to it at all. Didn't overthink it one bit. I think it's 400 damage off of him. Top of getting Shujinko locked and loaded, but how can you incorporate him properly into this game? We will see. And this is a damn good way to start it off. And with 362 and then some more on the jump around. Using the down one ice clone, a very patented tactic from every Sub-Zero main out there. 90 HP left for IMPLEX. We'll see if he can seal it right here. Using that tremor, gets him frozen in time on the jumping, gets a pickup. Leading to the corner nicely. 90 HP left for IMPLEX. He pushes him out further and further away. The defenses are still up. Wait a second here, it's not close to being over. The crystalline armor really puts him in a tough situation. You can't overcommit to anything. Good up block though. Stopping him dead in his tracks. Using that breaker wisely. Gets Shujinko involved a little bit too. Uses that up block, and did he get punished? Not completely. He didn't up block fully on that one. He did it again. But just let the dive kick rip at that point in time. Low HP Sub-Zero slide from Shujinko that time around. Sealing that one for Kef. Just getting a little scrappy. Walking on towards him now. Oh, on the jump around, gets caught with the ice clone. It's going to be a combo out there for IMPLEX. Cooks up 20%. Tremor gets involved as well. Continuing with this pressure, he goes into the corner, and he is stuck there. How is Kef going to escape this? Just with another mash? That's not going to be the answer right now. Using that slide to create a little bit of space. The check doesn't fall victim to it. That grab will be a side switch, and don't know if that's the exact option he was really trying to go for there, but that's where we're left at right now with 40 seconds. Ooh, good neutral duck. And throwing out the space between them. Kef trying to find some opportunity to even out this lead. You do have a round to spare and the bar, but he really wants to finish the job now. It's just really tough when you're looking at that health deficit and you're like, there's no way. One combo away from pulling it off. That clone charge, all these techs, one more kick, and he's basically toast. KEFIRSKO trying everything that he can to do the impossible. With 7 seconds on the clock, he's going to need a perfect touch right here to make it happen. The low, not going to work for the 50% he was looking for. Final round is out there now between these two. The lead's still in the hands of IMPLEX, but Kef needs to make it happen. He's building up a lot of meter with these checks. You got to be careful. The second you overcommit too, you get faded with that ice clone. It's a son of a bitch to deal with. It's a nice low right there, kicking him out. He smacks him down. 350 damage is patented, down 277 HP taken away from him. Is what you're going to have to do to steal this game. 50 between the two. Dive kick not going to work. Kef gets a beautiful pickup right there on the return. Should be enough to finish the job, and that will be enough to tie it up 1-1 on this set right here. Back at it. In the experimental stage he goes. Throwing the ice ball as the first check. A good anti-air right there. I'm going to get the flag situated in the background. Y'all enjoy this match here in the meantime, please. Perfect. We are good to go. Enjoy these matches here, everybody. We have a great set on our hands right now, and they are neck and neck with each other. It seems like a fair trade between these two. And 440 just about between both of these guys as well. We'll see who takes the first round on this set. A true momentum shift right here. Trying what he can. Gets the Ice Clone involved too. All the armor in the world won't save you from this fight. Down poke between them two. One more time. Goes straight through it with an armor. That's not going to be the answer. Zoning and forcing the pressure. Getting the life lead that he needs. He's still down 100 HP. He has the lead. He just has the back pedal. No! Just waits for it in a neutral duck just at the last second. This is a flex. Why not? Ends up stealing the game from him. IMPLEX. Now the tides have pretty much turned in the favor of how that match probably would have turned out in the first place, with the first round going to Kef, but now is where the true test of time will lie. We will see who will win this one right here. 1-1. Remember, it's the score of this set. This is where the true momentum shift will lie. Good old grab right there. Smacks him upside the head, break his neck, and toss him to the other side of the screen, dropping 540 damage one more time. Using everything that he can to put him into no man's land. In the corner, down one Ice Clone, force the approach. Kef with the anti-air. Converting. IMPLEX has breaker. He's going to wait a second. Basically in grab territory now. This is where it gets risky. Down poke. Throw that limb around. You have full breaker. Looking like it's in the hands of KEFIRSKO right now with 30 HP to spare. Can he do it? Gets a nice up block. Punish right there. Still a long way to go. KEFIRSKO not wanting to use that breaker at all. Settles for a little low poke and takes the round. Goes up 2-0 on the set, and I think if this game had the friendships like MK11, he probably would have used it right there just out of respect. But big shout out to KEFIRSKO for taking that one there. 2-1 as the cards will reign. In the experiment in the background, let it get rocked. This is a crazy situation right here for IMPLEX. Switching over to Melina, a hell of a choice, just trying something different to see what will stick. And maybe, just maybe, this might be the right move, but Kef is just always starting off these matches on the right foot, as that stomps down as well on IMPLEX right there. No, I am not getting paid for this. Y'all can play on whatever stage you want. A couple different strikes, big ol' headbutt. And a check from down below. If you do want to support, you know, you can donate as well. And subscribe to the channel. If you got that Amazon Prime subscription, please make sure you use it. Twitch Prime. But yeah, big shout out to you too easy, bro, from earlier. Out from a distance, low check with the Melina Sai. Not going to be enough to finish the job, though. One more time, really checking him out with that. A couple pokes from both of these guys. Overhead has landed. Beautiful conversion right here as he gets the ball roll going as well. 99 HP left for IMPLEX, and he will take it with a big old haymaker out to that big hit, which puts him on set point right now for KEFIRSKO. A low poke from down below. Breaker is had. Patiently waiting for his time to strike. And he holds off a minute as he gets that beautiful jump and attack, converting off of it nicely as he gets half the HP taken away from IMPLEX. As it's looking like it's all falling into place for KEFIRSKO to take this game. IMPLEX really feeling the pressure right now. Gonna need a miracle and a lot of damage to pull it off, man. And he gets the first hit on the exchange. The haymakers are being thrown. 15 HP% is what was left, but now it's 20, and it's just down to this final scratch of health that he has right now. Almost has the last hit, and he finishes the job. KEFIRSKO is going to the grand finals one more time. Just not this one. It's fine. It's totally fine. I don't care. Excited to have the grand finals to everybody today. Welcome in. If you are just tuning in right now, congratulations. You're witnessing the best of the best go at it right now. The returning two-time champion, the last champion of the EU Grand Brawl, XRO Spawn defending his title. KEFIRSKO, he is a champion in himself too, to make himself the two-time and set himself apart from the rest. This is a damn good way to do it. KEFIRSKO's been playing a crazy game with these two characters, and this is where it goes right here. Beautiful play right here. 323 HP taken away, and it will be a great swipe of the blade taken away from him right now as he goes 619 health left. And gets fatal blow off of it as well. This is a crazy pickup right here. More than a pickup, he's going to spend the bag and get 50% off this too. Well, maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but her scaling is quite good. Oh, maybe I'm not. 498 is ballistic right now. Kef feeling the pressure. He's not dead yet. Even health lead between the two. Kef can absolutely steal this, but he gets the punish. Spawn testing the patience. Kef spending the bar of breaker. What does the move? Goes straight for a grab. It makes him spend the bag early. Now this is a good position to be in. You spent the breaker, but it was worth it. You pulled it off, Kef. As he goes another swipe of the blade out. Using MK1Tournament for a follow-up attack. Spawn spent that bag very, very early. To not get the round is something that is definitely going to haunt you for the rest of the set. And he's going to wonder if that was the maneuver. Down two, not going to hit though. The grab puts him into it with MK1Tournament's trap. After this, he'll settle for 258 damage. Not bad at all. Oh my god, the overhead lands. One more time. Slices through him, using that dark stance effectively. All these teleports and dashes around. How do you read this man? Carries forward. More and more and more. Projectiles are coming out from Havoc in the situation here. Good neutral duck. It's an airtight neutral. Goes right through him. Gets MK1Tournament for the follow-up attack. And Spawn looks at a 1-to-1 game right now. Kept with the bar, though. Gives him a little bit more room to breathe. And Shujinko just running out full screen. He can't get the full punish off. That projectile's going to hit him. Right through the gap, though. Spawn almost has him for a combo. Forces breaker out of Kef. Armored launchers are just absolutely crazy in this game. Trying what he can. Grab not going to work. The damage is stacking up for Spawn as he lines up in the corner nicely. Kef feeling the pressure. Waiting a second here. Waiting for his time to shine. And this is looking grim for himself now as Spawn ends up sealing it, taking the first round of this game. First game of the set as well. And brings it up. We're still rolling with the flesh pits, of course, too. Why not? That's great. On the jumping attack, he ends up getting him. Stacking up 30% and then some more after MK1Tournament gets involved as well. Good press right there. Finding opportunity to strike from KEFIRSKO. Smacks him down in all sorts of directions. Kicks him down with one more boot. 40% left. Back to throwing these haymakers. Good tech out of the grab. Carefully done. 30% between the two. Good tech one more time. So he pokes him out again. Trying to really check him. Testing the patience. Spawn playing an excellent neutral right now. Breaker forced out for himself now. As he goes closer and closer to him. Gets a pickup with move. Oh my goodness. Shujinko on the extension unfortunately didn't fall completely the way he was expecting. And he's going to get fatal blow off that poke too. This is definitely going to spell death for Kef. About it right now. It comes down to these final moments right here. Maybe it's not. 30% is what it ends up being. So Kef is very much still in this. Gets a grab right there as well. With 28% left, what is the move to finish the job? Spawn using everything that he possibly can. Ends up going for the overhead. Nailing him with it too. Sealing the game with that one.
Fight.
Sealing the round rather. A low poke between these two. He goes closer and closer to him. Got the MK1Tournament trap activated. All those blades swinging around like crazy. At a moment's notice, this could very much switch in the favor of Kef, but Spawn is just playing an elite game right now, utilizing that dark stance properly, really keeping him on his toes and outreaching him at any moment, too. Good low conversion here. He's got the bar to spend as well. Let's see if he uses it. One swipe of the boot, holds off a second, doesn't actually let it rip fully. After the cancel, Lovato following him up, too. There's just so much pressure coming out from Spawn. Getting grabbed. Tosses him out to the corner. Evenly between the two. Gets the low conversion he was looking for. This should be death for himself right now if he cannot drop this one at all. Brings it out 1-1. Current score of game number 2. A very tight set so far between these two. 323 damage left. Overhead almost landed. Goes for the grab instead. Knocks him down. And you're in no man's land. He's got that breaker. Is he going to spend it quite yet? Yes, he is. He saw Movato, said, yeah, I see enough already. Not what he wanted to do in that situation, but a good pickup doesn't fully convert to it. Let me try it again. See if it works. BPB in the chat, I see you. Welcome back, man. Good to see you back in the stream. Good answer right there. Following through. He's going back, throwing the Maymakers. Let's see if it's enough to take out Spawn. It's getting juicy in the grand finals here. He goes closer and closer to him now. The mean walk down the approach. The lead is not in the hands of Kef. Now it is at this moment in time. You got to remember, at the start of each round, that HP bonus that you have will dictate these final seconds here, if you have more health or not. But Kef with a sweet lead finishes it off with one more projectile, ends up taking this one 1-1 on the current score of the set, and makes it just a little bit more interesting for grand finals. Please believe that this is not a stoppage of entertainment. Back at it again. 1-1. The flesh pits are still here too, and we proceed to carry on this tournament some more. He kicks him out, using that first exchange falling into his hands. The low poke steals that first exchange. The neutral duck from Kef. They keep it interesting. He carries it out to the corner. The right side of the screen, he carries up with more pressure and more. Shujinko is involved too, dropping 40% onto him now, and he charges him back up, really keeping him involved as much as he possibly can. It's like always a passive thought. If I can get Shujinko out, I'm gonna do it. Sealing that first round, smacking him down with another limb. I mean, this is the game that you can throw away if you wanted to see if it would work again. Now's your time, but you're 3 games into it at this point. If you're rolling with Ashra at this point, it is a pure confidence move. Not to say he's out of the equation at all, just down around. I'm calling it like I see it. Able to keep him off just for a second with the projectile. Almost had him there. Good pick out from Spawn. Just swipe the blade. Do more and more damage. 411 he puts up on him now as he carries through. The Jade Glaive following as well. Pops him down for more and more damage. And who am I to say that he's down and out when he is very much up on this second round right here? Anybody's game. Low poke is had. Almost has a pick up there. Not totally yet. Trying everything he can with 70 HP to spare, and he does it. On the other side of him now, using a big old headbutt, pokes between the two, and oh my goodness, with one more strike, ends up taking that one. Spawn keeping it interesting. 1-1 on this set. It's a tight neutral between these two. Spawn doing everything he can to stay alive with his mate. He really wants to see Ashra take this for himself. It's what he is the most comfortable with, it seems. And the down 2 swiftly from Kef into the corner, using armor through it. The Jade Glaive providing a little room to breathe. More pressure to be had. Kef mashing for dear life, forcing him to hold that block button for as long as possible. Not able to get Shujinko involved as much as he wanted to. Now might be a good time to do so. Breaker forced out. 10 HP left. After that exchange. In the favor of Spawn. defense after the ball roll. Ends up getting him with the low. Is this enough to kill? It very well might be. Kef with one more swipe of that arm brings it out to 2-1 on the set for the potential to steal it. For the potential to become a two-time like Spawn, like a lot of... Round one, kick it off for you guys now. As the Dark Stance is activated for Ashra, the Jade Glaive is there too, and popping up for the first exchange, falling into the favor of Spawn. And Ashra Cam is a hell of a good team. That will definitely help you out as well. He was running with it before, of course, but let's see if that's the case, if this is enough to take him over the edge. Nice grab. Put him at 680 a pop between the two. 50 seconds on the clock. 680 a pop on both these guys. On the fan lift following through. It's a tough exchange out for Spawn. He tries to keep it interesting. The maximum reach from KEFIRSKO right there really looked like that wasn't even going to be a threat. You have to be so careful of the low option for this guy. It is punishable, granted, but it is tough to deal with. 36 HP left for Spawn, and you're looking at a potential set point if Spawn does not drop this, and he's looking really good. But Kef pressing all the right buttons. The flawless block keeping him alive. The Jade Glaive for additional pressure. 5 HP with 12 seconds, and he gets one more poke to put him on set point. This is KEFIRSKO's time to shine. Can he finish the job here? Is Spawn going to clutch it out? It's going to take a miracle for that to happen, but do not count the spoon out. A neutral duck out from KEFIRSKO was a key play, though. After the low conversion, he gets it, throwing the limb over the top, doing maximum damage with one more boot. 407 he drops on him. All the pieces falling into place, but it is not over. One more duck, evades that grab again, trying to get pressure out from Shujinko again, but he has opportunity to get him involved, and it just might be all in the hands of Kef. In the closing moments, 57 seconds as that dwindles down, and 100 just goes to a breaker. It's not over yet. Kef still has 3 bars to spare, all the pokes going all around, and Spawn with a second to breathe here. Forces the breaker out of KEFIRSKO on the jump and attack. The poke and one more ends up sealing it, and KEFIRSKO is a 2-time. Welcome to the 2-time club. But the better one that's not